The civil procedural law having been governed by the Code of Civil Procedure 1908, it is a source of legal services to the poor and indigent. The code under various provision has imbibed the dictum of justice for all, but Order 33 has extensively dealt with the indigents as a ground of legal aid. Since access to justice is expensive, there arises a question on who will pay to render justice for the needy unable to even fulfill his basic needs. Justice P. N. Bhagwati rightly observed, the poor and illiterate should be able to approach the courts, and their ignorance and poverty should not be an impediment in the way of their obtaining justice from the courts. Order 33 and Order 44 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 enumerate provisions of legal service to the indigent person. There are specified criteria for the acceptance of application as an indigent person, and once an individual gets inserted as indigent, he can avail the services related to court fee. Thereupon, the aim of every legal system is ultimate justice to aggrieved. Thus, it becomes the duty of the authority to fulfill it. The civil procedural law in India is also covered in such ambit. Legal aid, although extensively dealt in the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, can also be drawn from the provision of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Under Section 21G of the Legal Services Authority Act 1987, legal services includes the rendering of any service in the conduct of any case or other legal proceeding before any court or other authority or tribunal, and the giving of advice on legal matters to provide free and competent legal services. The weaker section of the Society of enacting the aforesaid Act, justice, social, economic, and political, is our constitutional pledge enshrined in the preamble of our Constitution. The incorporation of Article 39A in the directive principles of state policy in the years 1976 enjoined upon the state to ensure justice on the basis of equal opportunity by providing free legal aid. Order 33 contains 18 rules, whereas Order 44 contains 3 rules. In total, it becomes a need to understand the balance of legal aid provided in civil suit to indigent person with the critical aspect thereof.